and you're hearing moaning and grunting and whimpering. Not whimpering actually, because that anyways, if I heard moaning to the left of me while watching a movie, I would simply just
a little bit like I bought a yours today. All you like birds.
Why are we moaning in a movie? I mean, actually, I recently did go see Avatar 2, The Way of Water, and after seeing those Avatar thirst traps on my For You page, I do understand the moaning in the movie theater. No, I'm kidding, that's gross. I would never fold for a blue jungle smurf. That's disgusting. No, but this is actually the most sickening and unsettling thing I've ever had to read. But also, this could be good, okay? Glass half full. You had a crush on him for such a long time. I know after this, you're completely turned off by him, and we can move on. So in a way, I think this was a very strange way for you to finally get over your childhood crush. What better way to do that than to be in a movie theater next to him while he is whimpering? God works in mysterious ways. No, but that's really uncomfortable. I'm sorry you had to witness that. I probably would never go to the movies again. What is he doing in a movie theater moaning? Did you ask? Actually, no, you did. Let me just, I'm gonna stop talking. I didn't say I was giving advice today, so I'm just gonna move on. So I went on a date with my friend's brother because he was hot. Okay, don't judge me. I'm judging you, but I'm also not. Something about a best friend's brother, it'll do it to you. So my friend set us up on a date at a cafe nearby. Long story short, I was wearing sandals and he kept on looking at my feet. And I hate feet. I'm opposed to a person with a foot fetish. Anyway, so he kept on staring and I kind of ignored it. We didn't have much to talk about either, but later on he picked up my foot and started rubbing it. Oh, and if you thought that was bad, he started Oh, and if you thought that was bad, he started sucking. I swear to God, I can't read this. So I got up, left, said sorry but no, and ran. I hope you have a wonderful day. Why do we keep doing this? Y'all will have the most traumatizing, unsettling story, and then we'll just finish it off with the sprinkle of love you. I'm not against it, okay? I think I just need to get adjusted to it, really, because you guys are always taking me for a little bit of a surprise. Yeah, I hope you have a wonderful day too. I hope your day didn't involve any foot sucking today. I think this is fake. This has to be fake because there's just no way. Your foot was approaching a mouth. That is the beginning of the digestive system. Well, before the like salivation, but whatever. Me personally, I just feel like if my bare foot was even in someone's hands, I'm off. I'm gone. I'm sorry. I'm very much out of there. I just don't know how the process went down. Like, did he like quickly put them in his mouth? Or was he like slowly and stealthy with it? Cause I'm like, if at any point my foot is in someone's hand and it's moving towards a mouth, the foot is not in your hand anymore. In fact, I'm cutting the foot off. Sorry, call me dramatic. I think this is fake, so I'm actually gonna repress this and hopefully I never have to think about this again. For context, I'm a 22-year-old gay guy. I just turned 18 that time and this dude asked me out on a date a week after my birthday celebration. He's really hot and it's obvious that he's rich, and to top it all off, he's a DILF. Okay. So I keep talking about, you're not my father, but I'll call you dad. No. Everything was going well until a bunch of men wearing suit and tie arrived at the restaurant we were eating at, and when I looked carefully, all of them are wearing the same suit. He immediately said, I've gotta go. Don't worry, I already paid the bill. He swiftly gave me cash. I think it's about 5K. What do you mean you think it's a... Okay. He swiftly gave me cash. I think it's about 5K. And walked away with the guys with suits. I immediately took all the food for takeout and went home. Up to this day, I don't know what happened to the guy, and I still don't know what to tell my family every time they ask about the date. So what I'm hearing is you went on a date with a mafia member. How was that? Was it good? I don't know why you're out here in this confession calling him daddy. That's clearly undercover agent 007 or something, because that's not your daddy. That's a Russian spy. And also the way you put 5K in brackets as if that's just like a random little detail to add on. That was probably like hush money. He probably was like, oh, you see my buddies with the suit and tie? Here's just 5,000. Shut your mouth and go home. And you never see him again? I just know he planted some next level tracking device in your food, and it probably attached to your internal organs. So I wouldn't be surprised if he has cameras on you right now, right as we speak. Or I guess cameras like in you, if they're like attached to your... I don't even want to talk about this because this is feeling a little bit dangerous. Like, are you safe? Are we safe? Is this channel safe? I feel like I just put myself in danger by reading this confession. Y'all, if I end up getting kidnapped, Mafia Daddy took me, okay? It wasn't no Tennessee Tanner. It was Mafia Man. I really liked this guy during secondary school, high school in the UK. Oh, you're from the UK. Okay, I'm gonna read this in an accent. I really liked this guy. I really like this. Oh gosh. If you're from the UK, this is your time to be a doll, to be a Chapman, and rate my UK, because right now we're gonna see it in full bloom, mate. I really liked this guy during secondary school, high school in the UK, and my friend got us together. I started hanging out with him and his friends at lunch, and they would always make subtly racist jokes and say, "It's okay, I'm black, I can say it," even though they weren't. I'm already disgusted. On my first date with him and my first date ever, I got a message from another boy in my year who told me that he had been calling me the N-word behind my back, and I was too scared to just get up and leave. So I sat through the whole thing, fighting back tears. At least I got free food. Oh my gosh, no. I know this was your first date, but I really hope you didn't let it be your last. I feel like if I was in the same situation, I'd have the same thoughts like, oh, I don't want to get up. That's like awkward and scary and it's gonna be weird. But at the end of the day, if you're uncomfortable on a date or even with your friends in any setting, you need to get out of there and protect your peace, because nobody is going to protect that for you. I don't know why I'm taking this so personally, but I've also had an experience with having a crush on somebody and then figuring out that they're racist or that they just don't like the color of your skin. Like, I've definitely heard my crush say the N-word before in high school. It's definitely happened. And then you hear it and you're just like, oh, guess I'm just gonna casually make my way out. It sucks though, it really sucks. And I feel like I'm not the only one with this experience. If that's happened to you, don't let it discourage you. We move on. You didn't need him anyway. Or her. My very first date was in high school with this guy, and I was so excited. We went to a nearby McDonald's and ordered some burgers. While we were waiting for our food, we talked casually, and then out of the blue, he stuck his finger up in... Sorry. I'm sorry. Trigger warning next time, because what am I reading? Out of the blue, he stuck his finger up his nostril and began aggressively digging. I was like, ew, what are you doing? And he said, so what? It's natural. I was immediately grossed out, and then the food came. That's some great timing on the food. We started eating. He touched his food with the same hands that had been stuffed up his nose minutes ago. Then he abruptly said he needed to go to the bathroom. He left, and I sat there contemplating whether I should just leave or finish my burger. Then he came back, and we started talking again. And it was normal again for a while, until I saw wet toilet paper clinging to his fingers. I finished my burger, said bye, and the second date never happened. He was a pretty sweet guy, but his hygiene was a total deal breaker for me. I applaud you actually for sitting through that date without vomiting or without running to the bathroom to vomit, especially since that was a food date. This isn't even like a good excuse, but if it was like a museum date and you're walking around the museum and he's just going at it up his nose, I'd be like, okay, like, but we're eating and you're sticking your finger in your nose, and then when you bring it up, he goes, so what? It's natural. I'm like trying to picture myself in all these scenarios, and I literally can't imagine sitting through that. I'm eating my fries, and my date next to me, instead of indulging in his food, is indulging up his sinus. The way you said he was actually a good guy, the date went fine, but it was the hygiene. He sounds like a cool guy. He just needs to learn a little bit more. Actually, I'm just gonna end the sentence there. He just needs to learn a little bit more. When I was 17, I went on a blind date set up by a friend. I never had a boyfriend, and I was hoping this would turn out to be a Wattpad story. We went to a small restaurant in town, and I really liked him. He was so nice to me and kept on complimenting me. I shared family stories and really felt like he was the one for me. He told me he would drive me home, which I thought was really nice of him, but on the way, he started to laugh and said, do you know how easy it would be to not take you home and do things to you? Nobody would know where you are. I was so ready to jump out of that vehicle, I came out. Wait, what? I was so ready to jump out of that vehicle, comma, I came out last year. Congratulations! I have no words. I'm really sorry. That's so uncomfortable. Why is everybody so creepy? I don't know if the remnants of Detective Deb is still inside of